This is Red Carpet Fly's News on the Fly, bringing you daily, unique, and interesting entertainment, celebrity, and luxury news. Before we get started, you know what to do. Like, follow, and subscribe to Red Carpet Fly, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single News on the Fly episode. So yesterday I was just working away at my desk when I got a news alert that Brittney Griner had been sentenced to 9 years in prison. I was floored because I thought for sure the US and Russia had struck a deal to get her back home. This is crazy! 9 years for a CBD cartridge, not even actual weed? Clearly this is political, and me, celebrities, and a bunch of her supporters have been sounding off about this. According to Entertainment Tonight, President Joe Biden, WNBA, and NBA commissioners Kathy Engelbert and Adam Silver, as well as a slew of other celebrities from Justin Bieber, Kerry Washington, and Mia Farrow, all spoke out in support of the Olympic gold medalist and Baylor great. Jada Pinkett Smith hardly had a minute to celebrate Breonna Taylor's family finally getting long overdue justice before news broke about Griner's sentencing. Pinkett Smith took to her Instagram story and shared a photo of Griner and overlaid text that read, "On the same day where we finally got some justice for Breonna Taylor, I find out that Brittney Griner just got 9 years in Russia." The text was followed by 3 broken heart emojis and #FreeBritney. Viola Davis also took to Instagram and posted a photo of Griner. Davis captioned, "No words, heartbreak emoji, #FreeBritney Griner." Sherry Shepard took to Twitter and wrote, "My heart breaks for Brittney Griner, her wife, and her family. I need America to do all that it can do to get this woman home immediately, in this nightmare. Free Brittney Griner, #Brittney Griner." Justin Bieber also took to his Instagram story and posted a photo of ESPN's story. He captioned the post, "This hurts. If anyone knows of any way I can help, please let me know." Mia Farrow tweeted, "The Russian judge ignored everything Brittney Griner had stated. He sentenced her to 9 years in a penal colony for carrying 2 vaping cartridges medically prescribed. Damn, heartbreaking." And that's just a few of the comments on social media. This is really devastating news. It's horrible that Griner has gotten caught up in all this political BS and her life hangs in the balance of these political negotiations. Ugh, my heart just hurts on this because we can so clearly see what's going on here. In other news, a recent revelation was revealed by CEO and co-founder of Murder Inc. Records, Irv Gotti, stating that he was in love with Ashanti. Throughout the years, there have been rumors about Irv Gotti and Ashanti dating in the past. The former Murder Inc. CEO just made it clear that he and Ashanti were involved, reports Madame N.O.R.E. In a teaser for his and Ja Rule's upcoming Drink Champs interview with N.O.R.E. and DJ Effin, Irv Gotti opened up about the moment he found out the woman he was in love with was dating Nelly. "I can get past wanting to be with Nelly," he said. N.O.R.E. then replied, "It sounds like you didn't get past it. I'm just going to be honest." He continued, "At the time it happened, any man is hurt. The chick you are effing in love with is with this in." Gotti said that he found out that Ashanti was dating Nelly when he was at home watching the NBA game. He said the announcer then said, "What's this commotion going on in the stadium? We just found out what the commotion is. Nelly just walked in with Ashanti." Nelly and Ashanti went on to date for 10 years. They broke up in 2013. Gotti and the Only You singer haven't spoken in years. When Ashanti decided to re-record her debut self-titled album and release it on her label, Gotti had a major issue with that. "I produced all those great Ashanti albums," Gotti wrote on Instagram, "so I also own a good portion of the publishing. What she's trying to do is re-record all those great records and put them on her label so she can do this under cover laws. But she's basically trying to F me out of my masters and make people decide which album to listen to or stream, hoping her loyal fans will choose her version." Okay, so there's a lot going on here. First of all, Drink Champs always gets the good interviews. I think it's because N.O.R.E. and DJ Effin are like in the industry, so people consider them friends and easily open up to them and share stories the public hasn't really heard before. And 2, I always thought that Irv was like extra protective of Ashanti for like no reason. I never understood that. He definitely had that boyfriend type energy when dealing with her, although at the time no one knew they were involved. You know, so I'm not surprised he was in love with her or finding out this information. And 3, this just confirms to me that it's really hard for a female artist in the music industry. You always hear these stories about female artists sleeping with their managers or producers to be successful in the business, and I kind of feel like this is kind of what happened to Ashanti. Now, I'm not saying she intentionally slept with Irv Gotti to progress her career, but she definitely put herself in a position for people to infer that about her. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys get what I'm saying? Also, wasn't Irv Gotti married when Ashanti was signed to his label? Isn't he still married? I wonder what his wife thinks about this revelation. See, this is why I think the music industry is so trash. There's so much predatory behavior that artists have to endure. I know people can say that about Hollywood and the movie industry, and they wouldn't be wrong, but I haven't personally experienced that. Granted, YouTube and social media have created other avenues for people to become successful, so you can retain some of your agency as a creator. So maybe that's why I've been shielded from a lot of the ugliness of Hollywood. And also that could be one reason I haven't progressed as far, maybe because I'm unwilling to play those type of games. At any rate, what do you guys think about this and this Irv Gotti being in love with Ashanti? This is crazy. Comment below and let me know your thoughts. Are you guys into American Horror Story? Well, if you are, American Horror Story is back for the 11th season, and it looks like the season is going to be all about vampires and extraterrestrial events, reportsfilm.com. To make the storybook even more complicated, a companion series titled American Horror Stories, featuring episodic shorts, is now in its second season on Hulu. While no official release date has been set for the new season of American Horror Story, TV Line reports that the show is confirmed for a fall return date. Based on the track record of releasing the series in October, maybe to capitalize on Halloween or something like that, it's likely that the new season will drop sometime between September and October. So far, there's no word on what the plot for the new season is, and creator Ryan Murphy has been very tight-lipped about this. Additionally, we don't know the cast for season 11, but the show is known for using actors multiple times and has featured Sarah Paulson, Evan Peters, in nearly every season. Frances Conroy, Kathy Bates, Emma Roberts, Billy Lord are also among the regular reappearing cast members who could return for future installments. For a while there, I thought it was over for American Horror Story. Real life has been really scary lately, so I was thinking maybe the production was feeling the same way and pumping the brakes on the show. Not all American Horror Story seasons are created the same. My favorite ones are Murder House, Asylum, and Coven. American Horror Story Hotel gets honorable mention because the hotel they based that story on was Hotel Cecil here in Los Angeles. And when I first moved to LA, I lived like 2 blocks away from that hotel. The hotel was rebranded as Stay on Main, and I never saw American tourists ever going into that hotel. It was mainly foreigners. Fun fact, I actually moved to LA a month after Elisa Lam went missing from that hotel and was found in the water tower. I remember seeing missing person flyers when I lived in downtown LA, but I was so new to the city, I didn't really know what was going on and didn't pay that much attention. Now that I know the story of that place, I can't believe I lived so close to such a scary place. Nothing ever weird happened when I lived there, but that lobby is beautiful. I never went in, but you can see it when you walk by, and it makes you want to go in and see the cool Art Deco. It's like beckoning to you. I know that's weird, but it really does. But I never went in because I was always rushing off to someplace here or there. Anyways, I also never went in because I'm very suspicious when I don't see locals or Americans, for that matter, patronize an establishment. So I just kept it moving. If you aren't familiar with Hotel Cecil's history, there's a whole Netflix show about it called The Vanishing at Hotel Cecil. Anywho, are you guys going to watch the new season of American Horror Story? I know I will, and I'm hoping it's not whack because, like I said, not all American Horror Story seasons are created equal. So, have you guys ever broken up a fight, like at a bar or at a club when you're out with your friends? How about a knife fight? See, I've been wanting to report this story all week, but there's been so much going on that I've put it off. Well, actor Dave Patel stepped in to break up a knife fight in Australia. Crazy, right? A freaking knife fight. So according to E! News, the Slumdog Millionaire actor intervened to stop a knife fight that resulted in a stabbing in Adelaide, Australia, his representatives confirmed in a statement per Australia's 7 News. According to the South Australia police, a man and a woman were fighting, first in the street and then at a gas station convenience store, when a woman allegedly stabbed a man in the chest. A group who witnessed the fight inside the store attempted to stop the altercation. While the South Australia police didn't identify the man or woman, they did confirm in a news release it was not a random attack and the pair knew one another. The man was treated at the scene before being taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The woman was arrested at the scene and has been charged with aggravated assault causing harm. In a statement, Dev's representatives noted that the actor's involvement in disrupting the altercation. Dev acted on his natural instinct to try and de-escalate the situation and break up the fight, it read in part. The group was thankfully successful in doing so, and they remained on site to ensure that the police and eventually the ambulance arrived. The Green Knight Star's representative noted that there are no heroes from the August 1st altercation, adding, "This specific incident highlights a larger systemic issue of marginalized members of society not being treated with the dignity and respect they deserved." All I can say is you better know what you're doing if you're going to break up a knife fight. I'm known for stopping to help people when I think they're in distress. Like when I see a homeless person laid out on the ground, I always stop and see if they need assistance from a distance. And I do this because of my experience in New York. There have been several reports of Good Samaritans being stabbed or hurt by a homeless person when they're trying to help them. You know, you don't know why they're on the ground and you can't see what they might be holding. I've heard of a person getting up and being stabbed by a homeless person because they popped up from laying on the street and the person was standing too close and they got slashed. Anyway, that's why I never get too close. But I always stop and see if they need help because at the end of the day, they are humans. Also, I'm that person that is always calling the cops when I'm on the highway and I see that there's a car accident. I've done so much, I can tell you where I am on the highway and if I'm going northbound or southbound because for me, time is of the essence and I'm trying to preserve human life. However, with all that said, I don't think I would ever break up a knife fight. Are you kidding me? Most people don't even know how to wield a knife, so the likelihood of you being stabbed by accident is very high. Bravo to Dev Patel for stepping up and trying to break up a fight. But in the words of Lil Duval, I can't go for that. No can do. Anyway, this does, however, add to Dev's sex appeal. I mean, he already had it, but this just adds to it. I guess that comes from like some deep-seated hero complex I might have that's been like reinforced by Disney movies. I don't know. You know, where the man comes or the prince comes and saves the day. Damn, this article got me looking all introspectively at myself and asking myself, why do I think this is attractive? Anyway, enough about that. Have you guys ever done something like this? And what do you think about this story? Comment below. Okay, so it's not celebrity news without a Kardashian story. So did you guys know that John Legend ended his friendship with Kanye West over Donald Trump affiliation? According to Entertainment Tonight, Legend revealed how Kanye West's vocal support of Donald Trump and his subsequent run for office in 2020 drove a wedge between their friendship. "We aren't friends as much as we used to be," Legend said during an appearance on the X-Files podcast with CNN's David Axelrod. "I honestly think because we publicly disagreed on his running for office and his supporting Trump, I think it became too much for us to sustain our friendship." West raised eyebrows for his overt support of Trump during his controversial term as president, which included publicly rocking Trump's signature MAGA hat and meeting with Trump in the Oval Office. All of this did not sit well with Legend, who, along with his wife, Chrissy Teigen, were among the most outspoken celebrity critics of Trump. However, Legend said he believes it was West's run for president in 2020 and Legend's refusal to support said run that was the final nail in the coffin for their decades-long friendship. He was upset that I didn't support his run for presidency of the United States of America. For understandable reasons, Legend explained. "I wasn't alone in that. But, you know, he was not happy about that, and we really haven't been close since then." I'm sure John Legend wasn't the only one of Kanye's celebrity friends that fell out with him when he ran for office and when he was supporting Trump. Kanye's behavior back then seemed very erratic and unfocused, and running for president of a country is a big deal, so you want to make the best choice as a voter. So I don't blame John Legend for having reservations about Kanye and his political views. You know, this is the most divisive I've seen American politics. And for those of you that know me, know that politics is where I cut my teeth as a professional adult. I got my bachelor's degree in political science, and I worked in the Texas House of Representatives as an intern and worked on several political campaigns, including Hillary Clinton's re-election campaign for New York Senator and her first presidential campaign for president. Politics can get dicey, but I have never seen a division between Americans so wide. Before, you could have a difference in political opinions and views and not lose a friend or cut ties with family members. These days, you can't even do that. People's political affiliations run deep. It's unfortunate that these two artists couldn't remain friends because of politics. This story is just indicative of the time we're living in. I would ask you guys some of your political views and what you think about this story, but I don't want it to become a bloodbath in the comments. So I'm just gonna leave it alone. But hearing this story does make me pause because politics really broke up this friendship, you know? Anyway, that's it for today, guys. If you'd like to receive text notifications of when I post News on the Fly episodes or my celebrity red carpet interviews, please send a text to 917-502-4379 and say, I want to get fly texts. Once subscribed, you will start receiving text messages regarding a News on the Fly episode or celebrity interview. Also, if you have a business product, service, YouTube channel, or social media account that you would like for me to promote on my channel, please email redcarpetfly at alexi@redcarpetfly.com to get rates for advertising. Lastly, please like, follow, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel, Red Carpet Fly, and also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Red Carpet Fly. And until Monday, always stay fly.